Everyone and welcome back at CodingBulls. Today we will continue our beginner C++ tutorial video series and we will take a look into reading and writing files. Let's open up CodeBulls. And the way we read files is with ifstream, and then you give it a name. And the way you will write the file is you will have offstream, and then you give it a name. Now there are a bunch of other options. This is the most easy one and beginner friendly. So what you need to go to is inside of any function where you would like to open a file, you type the name and then you type .open, and then you need to give the path of the file. So in our case it will be input.txt. And similarly to the output file, you need to write out or the name of the stream.open, and then you need to write the file name like this. Of course, you can also dynamically decide the file name if you have a string of s, and then somewhere you give a name, let's say like this, and then you want to parent extension after it, you can just do it like this. And same way for the output. Okay, go ahead and just write input.txt. Now, at the end of the code, or when you are not using the ifstream and offstream anymore, you should close the ifstream. After you close, you can also open with the same ifstream name another file, or you can just close it and end it. In C++, after you finish executing your code, it will automatically close it for you. However, it's important to remember to close it every time, because if you have a bigger project where you have a bunch of files that you want to read and write, and then you don't close it, and you keep opening your files, that could be a problem. So make sure to close it every time you are done with it. So let's say that we have a reasonable task. We will take an input from the file, and we will write the output to the file as well. The input is an input.txt and the output should be in output.txt. Let's say that we have a number and we want to output every number that is divisible by it. So we will have a vector of integers answer. Let's say that n is between 1 and 10 to the power of 6. So now what we will do is we fill up this answer. So we will go from 2 while e times e is less or equal than n, and we go plus e. So we need to go until the square of n. And as you can see, integer is alright because n is between 1 and 10 to the power of 6. And if n is divisible by I, then we will push back the answer e, and if I times I not equal n, then we will push back n divided by I, meaning that if it's not the square root of n, then we will need to push back the pair of this number. So let's say that 6 is divisible by 2. So if we divide 6 by 2, we know that we will get another integer. And if it's less than the square root, then it will be higher. If it's exactly the square root, it will be the same number. So we don't want to push the answer again if it's the square root, because we want to have it only one time. But if it's not the square root, then we can push it back. So we will have all of the numbers. And let's say that we want the answer sorted. So we will sort it. Because the way we will put the values in is we will put one small value, then one big value, then one small, one big. So we need to sort it if we want it in order. And now we will output. Now also, I took the input from console. You need to write the same way as you would do it with C in and C out. You just need to use the name of the if stream and off stream. That's why I usually call them in and out, because it's really similar to console in and console out. So we will output the size, then add to the auto, we will output the number, and then we will output end line. Now, if you want, you can also output something to the console, but it's not necessary. You can just completely ignore it. So if we go ahead and build it, then it will build successfully. Before we run it, we need to have an input file that we will create in the same folder. We have our code. We have lesson 8, which we will call input. So in the input file, we will open it and we will write 24. And now if we go ahead and run it, it says that the task ran successfully, and if we check our folder, we will have an output.txt file, and we will have 6 numbers, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 12. These are divisible by 24. So that's how you read and write from the file. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And in the next video, we will take a look into classes.